Hello, everyone, and welcome to Nerds with Dice. Tonight, we are playing Rift's Ballad of Fates. It's been a couple of weeks, so we're excited to get back to it and hope you're excited to be here as well. Real quick, we do have merch that you can check out through the merch link in the chat or by heading over to Nerds with Dice on Twitter and using the link there. And that's not the right thing. Ooh. And we have a sponsor. Grinding Coffee Company is a Black and LGBTQ plus owned company. They have some pretty good coffee, and if you use either code Nerds with Dice or the link in the chat, you can get 10% off on your order. I think that is everything for this week. There will be some changes coming next week, but for now, that is everything. Kevin, take it away.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Rift's Ballad of Fates. Rifts is a world where a couple hundred years ago, Earth exploded with magic all at once. And technology and magic now currently exist, but many parts of the world have yet to recover at all. Our group of heroes is trying to save this world from a dimensional force that are called the Night Lords, and are trying to unravel the ties that bind them all together. So, last we left off, our group was headed out west to meet with the mysterious sheriff. Did I give the sheriff a last name?
No, he's just the sheriff.
Capital D sheriff. I think I have occasionally given him a last name. Don't know what it is. So it's the sheriff. And you were told to look for him out west in the city of Carson, Colorado. And that's where we will find our crew. But first, let's go around and introduce our characters real quick, starting with Peppermint.
Hi everyone, I'm Nerdy Teddy, and tonight I will be playing Peppermint, our nature mage / healer.
All right, and Jetta.
Hi, my name is Maxine Bachman, and I will be playing Jetta, the chronically confused elemental fusionist.
And Freya.
Hi, I'm Michelle. I play Freya, who's a human spy, but she's also a Nightbane. So I also play Rohan, an 8-foot-tall being with wings and a flaming sword.
Okay, up next is Starissa. You're muted. It's okay.
I had to throw off everything. I'm Kate, and I'm playing Starissa. Starissa is secretly a baby dragon, but as far as the rest of the group knows, she is just a mystic.
All right, up next is Kid.
Hello, I am Evan Jennings. I'll be playing Krogahel Kid. He's a blacksmith, half human, half dwarven, and also pretty confused most of the time.
And Greeks.
Hi, I'm Ting. I'm playing Greeks, a amphibious goblin-looking BB side tech.
All right. The group was given as they left Merktown. They were given a Tarantula Walker, which is a massive tarantula-shaped thing. It's normally a very expensive piece of robotic equipment, but this one's beat to hell. It's missing pieces. It's down to 6.5 legs. It is missing one of its front railguns, I believe. The mini missile launchers are completely gone. I don't know. I gave y'all basically gave Greeks the stats on it because I think they're the one that cares the most. So you do have a way to get out west. You moved out west, and you are coming into the outskirts of Colorado. It's been a couple days of travel, even though by distance it's only a couple hundred miles. The going is slow. A lot of it is dense forest that is not like trailblazed. And then there's time spent avoiding coalition patrols and other dire... I'm looking for my map, and I put it on which tab? There it is. There's my map tab. And other, terrible things that occasionally pop out of rifts. You made your way across Kansas. You probably stopped and spoke with some of the local tribes, with the Apache Nation. I'm trying to remember which one of the main the Cherokee. You probably spoke with the Cherokee more than anyone. The Cherokee Alliance. Yeah, and you made your way past Wichita towards the small town of Carson, Colorado, right on the border of a place called the Colorado Baronies. This place isn't in the Baronies and isn't exactly afforded their protection. The people here apparently have a independence from the Baronies. They're trying to create their own new barony here, and it's not going super well. But this little town is okay. As you approach, the sun is starting to go down, and you can you see as you approach a sign that says, "Welcome to the Barony," and Barony is crossed out. "Welcome to Carson." And there is a giant skull in the shape of the Coalition skull emblem with a big red X over it, and a pair of fangs with a big red X over it.
Vampires.
No coalition and no vampires allowed.
Vampires. I get it.
But as you come into town, there's definitely people on the streets looking out at you. There isn't a ton of people in this city. Starissa, you were not with the group for their part of this travel. You actually have been here for a day waiting.
Okay.
So as they get into town, they see Starissa. And as the giant Tarantula Walker comes up to the bar, Starissa, you could be out front waiting for them, having just simply known that this is where that they would be showing up today.
Hi.
There you are.
Hey, how'd you know that we were going to be here?
I had things to do, and then I just kind of got a sense.
Clairvoyance?
It's it's mystic stuff.
Oh yeah, magic.
I just jump off of it and then do the little gust of wind so that I don't like onto the ground and just big bear hug you.
Oh, hi. When did you guys find Jetta again?
I think Jetta found us.
Like usual.
Usually, yeah.
I'm trying to think. Was I think Maxime was here for her last session now?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she was here last session, but
I was
she
there for
wasn't
last
here the
session.
session before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it all
just
gets jumbled in my brain.
Picking rocks when they found
because
me.
we had the conversation with Kid's mom and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she was there for that.
Yeah.
See.
Okay, so as you get into this town is roughly 1800s level technology, except for the occasional shop. There are street lamps, but they aren't, and they are powered through what appears to be a small solar plant off to one side of the town that is like fenced in with electrical mega damage fence. The most expensive thing in this town is that solar power generator. There's no ley line on this town. You're about a mile from the nearest ley line. So this town isn't super magical. There is signs as you go into town for several industries, a blacksmith, a refurbisher, it's roughly called, the general store, the specific store. The town has one bar, and there is a weapons seller here as well. But it is, let's see, it would be it's called Bandito resellers, used and refurbished weaponry.
They just steal things and sell them. I love it.
Well, one of the companies that makes weapons is Bandito Arms.
Oh, really? That's like a legit, like in.
I don't know about legit, but it's a company people know.
Okay.
It is a thing people can buy.
That reminds me of like Borderlands, the really shitty weapons where the Yeah.
It's the absolute worst ones. All right.
Jetta likes it here.
Bandit.
There
Bandit van.
is. It's not desert here. I mean, you're coming up to. You're not that close to the mountains, but it is decently forested here. I could look at the Google Earth thing to get more of what the town actually looks like, but here there are a number of pine trees that grow in an inverted kind of cone, and at the bottom their needles are so dense as to collect water. So it is decently arid here. You're not at a high elevation at all, and you don't have a ton of water around. So they use these plants as kind of water harvesting.
Is there a smithy?
There is a blacksmith. It is closed for the day. There's a number of ranches you passed by on the way.
I went in. He wasn't as good as you.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure he tries his best, though.
He did. He didn't like that I told him he wasn't as good, though.
Oh, that's not good. Yeah, don't do that. He's definitely not going to like me.
But as you get into
Probably
town, you
wondering
see...
who it is.
Yeah.
Just means he has to get better. I'm sure he will over time.
As you come into town, you see a couple of DB families who are like ushering people towards their places of work and business as the night falls.
Ooh. So is this where the sheriff is supposed to be?
Uh-huh.
This is the town? I would like to go to the sheriff's office.
There is no sheriff's office that you see. However, yes, there is no
It's
sheriff.
called a saloon.
Basically. And Starissa knows the sheriff, and the sheriff is not currently here, but is
Do I
but
know
is
him too, or
probably
just
coming the
have
next
met
day.
him?
Maxine, the sheriff is rock solid to you.
Okay,
You remember him?
he's cool, dude.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well,
He's not here today, but you have a good feeling he'll probably be here tomorrow.
so we're
It's
here.
half off drink day tomorrow.
So what should we do, Freya? Should we look for clues or question people? Or
Let's just go to the
sleep?
saloon and
Okay.
get the lay of the land. How about that?
Okay. Should we dress as cowboys?
That would be awesome.
Would that be awesome? I know that we're on a very special mission, but I kind of would love a duster. If I could maybe find where they sell them, and a hat. Starissa, would you want to wear a duster and a hat with me?
I would love to.
Jetta, duster and a hat.
Okay, here we go.
Greeks, you already have sunglasses. You already look really cool. We may look cooler with a little, like a Wolverine kind of hat, like the bent one, you know? I don't know what they're actually called. I've only ever seen Wolverine wear them.
Oh yeah.
Jetta takes Bert out. Bert could use a duster and a hat.
Bert has a hat. Bert taps on
That
his
is
hat.
Be so
actually
cute.
a really
I know,
good
but we
idea,
can put.
and I love that.
She looks at Bert. I know, but we can put that hat on top of that hat.
No response.
Puts him back.
Okay, sure. Let's go shopping first.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just,
there
it's just when
is
we're
a-
cowboys, there's so many cool stories about cowboys and cowboy land. I really want
Fine.
to try to be a cool
I'm getting
outlaw.
new boots.
There
I would
is
rather
a
wear
leather worker
feathers
here.
and herbal things.
There's a leather
I
worker
want to
here,
see Rowan in a hat.
and a clothier, and a
A 10-gallon hat.
Definitely, I go to the clothier, the clothier first to check out the big duster coats, unless that would be the leather
well,
worker.
the
I
big
don't-
duster coats. You see that the leather worker has some, but it says outside no MDC armor.
Yeah, that's fine. I have. They would go on top of my armor, unless. How expensive would MDC? Could I get more armor on top of my armor and be even?
You cannot get more.
Harkins
top
had
armor.
an MDC jacket.
You can get an MDC jacket, but it will not augment your personal magical armor.
It wouldn't add. It wouldn't
Not
be like.
for you.
Okay.
It would be too
Not
bulky.
for
It
you.
would be like wearing like 3
Ooh,
coats.
but it would for Freya though, right?
Yeah, and I'm already my shit
Freya's
is already probably pretty heavy.
Freya's armor is basically already.
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
It really doesn't have. She has like a jacket, maybe.
Is Freya super squishy?
Yes,
Oh,
Freya
no.
is super squishy.
I never would have assumed that. She's always like pretty close to the combat.
Freya can take a hit.
Yeah,
I guess
a
Rohan
hit.
makes up for it.
Yeah.
What do I have? I don't think I have. Do I? I have sturdy clothes.
You have sturdy clothes, which
Freya,
are
you need to wear
augmented,
Big Cool
but-
Duster. You're like super spy.
All right. So you all go. There's also the Bandito resellers, which, as you come into town, you can see 1 or 2 people wearing the Brannigan Armor, which is a padded MDC overcoat. Yeah, and
Okay. I don't know. I
it
have no
goes
mental
over
image for that.
MDC.
I don't know what a padded coat is.
it's a coat with padded armor.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty heavy, but has decent mobility. The entire coat is lined with relatively lightweight mega damage padding over the shoulders and chest, sometimes concealed under fabric. And then underneath is a 2-piece heavy body, an environmental body armor. That is
Peppermint, what kind of armor do you wear? Do you wear armor?
I
You're just
have
sort of in a cool dress.
Yeah, I do have the skirt that I bought a handful of episodes ago, and I have some kind of magical trinket that gives me light MDC armor.
Ooh. Wait, like a necklace that gives you armor?
Yes.
That's
if I
really
remember
cool.
right. It's been a long time since we talked about this. I just remember it was a trinket.
Yeah, Freya
I
Freya
have 0
can't take
MDC
any,
armor.
Freya cannot take any MDC hit because she's just wearing like regular
Yeah,
clothes.
same. I
Really?
can't either.
Oh my god! What?
0 MDC.
I thought I gave like a 10 MDC. Never mind. I guess I didn't.
So like one
It's-
rifle from like a random coalition skelebot, and you guys are just paste on the side
Yeah,
of a wall.
I
I'm
think
a
I might.
Sure,
be-
why not?
I
That
never
sounds cool.
knew. I never knew what the MDC was, but I know it was really low.
I
it's
will.
really-
I did not know. I will make sure that I am definitely one of the first to go in. Me and Rohan
Yeah,
should be the.
that's-
Okay, did not
that's
know
why
that. Did not
Rohan-
know that.
Yeah.
Rohan's
Oh
there.
God. That's why Rohan is there, because Rohan.
And
is
this is
the
why
murder
Jeddah
machine.
likes to stay literally under the battle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Okay. That
when
makes a lot more
Jetta's
sense.
got an armor she can put on.
It-
All right,
Do I?
so
Greeks,
here
how good is
is-
your armor? Do you have armor?
there we go. There's
That's pretty cool looking.
Yeah.
Oh
The-
man, they look fucking cool.
Oh wow,
Space
that's cool.
cowboys.
See,
Yeah.
Jeddah
Space
would be
fantasy
more into like
cowboys.
Amazonian styles and like earthy stuff than she would like big ass blazers and stuff.
What
well,
about
she also has a magic power that makes her skin like iron. Anyway.
Yeah.
what,
Oh,
what
right.
about like
I
a
forgot about that. Yeah.
for you know? Can we say like we're in the stores like checking out the shit?
Yes, you go
I want to
into
get like a poncho. You know, like those. I don't know if they're actually a poncho. What's the thing where it's like a cape but for the front and the back?
poncho.
Is that a poncho?
Yes.
The cowboy man
Yep.
from the movies wore it. Okay.
Yep. Poncho.
You can get an
The
armored
Good,
poncho.
the Bad, and the Ugly. I can't remember the guy's actual name.
Blondie.
Clint Eastwood. Yes. What, did you say the character's name?
The character didn't have a
Yes.
name. He's called Blondie. He's also known as the man with no name.
Ooh. That movie's fantastic. But I want to have one of those like cool colors and be like, Peppermint, do you think you would wear this? Can you wear it? Or do you think you'd want to wear like, what about like one of those cool Wild West dresses?
When you go in there, there is a saleswoman
Like a bar wench.
who seems to be polishing some of the finer leather pieces, like a big leather saddle, like
Oh,
an
that's cool.
oversized leather saddle that looks like it could go on a buffalo. But it has patterns of dinosaurs on it.
Evan, are there dinosaur riding cowboys out here?
Yeah,
Why didn't you tell me that I could have
because
been
you
a
haven't
dinosaur
seen one
riding?
yet.
riding cowboy? Why didn't you tell me when I made my stupid blacksmith character that I could have been a dinosaur riding cowboy?
This guy is riding a robot horse.
I don't care about robot horses. I want to be a dinosaur riding cowboy. That is so much cooler than a robot horse.
All right. So anyway, pulling everybody back on track.
Yes.
The woman
Next character
is a dark-skinned woman. Her hair is back in a bunch of dreads. She's wearing a kind of stereotypical Western look to her, like a dress with a bit of cleavage, and she looks to be in her mid-20s. And she goes, "Hi, everybody. It's getting dark, so we're closing up soon. So, yeah, be quick about it, because I'm not gonna stay open much longer."
Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. Could I get a big, cool duster, please?
I mean,
it does not have to be armored. I just want a cool-looking duster.
I think I might have something that could fit you.
Okay.
Let me check over in the child section.
Okay, you didn't have to say that, but all right. That's fine.
What? You're not going... Kid, you just said you were going to go with the poncho. You don't want to do the poncho?
No, I thought the poncho would look good on Peppermint, because she's like wearing, a dress, and also doesn't look like Peppermint. I do not mean to offend you, but doesn't look like you can carry a whole lot on you. Like, are you real strong? Can you carry a lot of stuff?
She doesn't need to.
I mean, I can make myself stronger. I mean, that I have a backpack for carrying things. That's.
He also has a horse normally.
Yeah.
What about these boots? I want to pick up boots with the spinny things on them.
You want spurs?
You see boots with spurs, and then you see ones with a little battery pack built into it, but there is no spur on it currently.
What do these do?
She says, please put those down or you might lose your hand.
I put them down.
All right, those are for riders of mega damage beasts. If they need to spike them a little.
Oh, it does mega damage?
Just a very low amount, yeah. But, in order to get a rhino buffalo's attention, you got to do something.
That's fair.
Indeed.
Or, like those Simvan do. They don't buy such boots, but they don't, need them.
Their feet can just do mega damage?
No, they have like a mind thing with certain animals.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, I don't understand it. But, yeah, that'll... are you looking for an armored coat? Because I'd have to send you over to the resale.
Nope.
All right. So this will run you about 237 credits. If you want any customization or fit, you can come back tomorrow for another 15 credits. We'll do the tailoring on it for you.
As long as it mostly fits.
It fits a little awkward, especially with your armor on. Okay. She actually sizes up a little to get it over your armor, and she's like, it's a little long.
Mm-hmm.
I could hem it up, but it would take a little time. And again, we don't have time for that today.
It looks perfect.
It's going to drag.
That's okay. Then it'll get dirty. I'm going to be a cowboy for a little while. So
have you ever taken care of good leather? It looks like she knows how to, and points over at Peppermint.
I would imagine I do. I would imagine I know how to deal with leather, at least to some degree.
Yes, but you are not the kind of person that goes with the most polished leather.
No, I also don't. Yeah, I don't care. Like, all my shit looks kind of like maybe like a little scuffed.
Yeah.
I'm not terrible.
Are there accessories?
There are some. There's some. They wouldn't waste silver on jewelry, but there is a number of pieces of very nice jewelry with different metals, and there's a couple of pieces with some of the.
They're like wooden stuff.
I'm
looking for like one of those, like a little leather bound headband that has like the little leather straps with like the feathers and like all those beads, and just like some beaded, maybe jade or something. I don't know, beaded, colorful, painted, beaded stuff.
There is a couple of accessories that you can buy here that are, if you go over looking at it, she tells you, oh yeah, those are from some of the local nations. They
like Native American artwork?
Yeah, we act as resellers.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that means no one else is wearing it, so it should be cool.
There's probably some people wearing it. I mean, they're really colorful.
It's not uncommon around here for people to trade, and the jewelry is very nice. They do good work. You won't find any of the authentic turquoise stuff. A lot of that gets enchanted by the shamans, and we don't carry that tier end of things here.
That is interesting. I shall keep that in mind. Thank you.
But yeah, if you want to talk to anybody about magic stuff, I think we got like one guy in town who might know something, but
No,
we
that
ain't
is
much
all
for
right.
it
I just
here,
wanted to
unlike them up
fix
just
it.
north of us, because they have all that techno. Anyway, it's getting dark.
Do they have a little headband though?
They do have a little headband. They don't have any with feathers on it or other.
I will find a bird and put it on.
There is a lot of braided with a kind of quartz worked into it, quartz beading worked into it.
I will
yeah.
buy that.
It is very nice. As far as other gear, if anyone wants to do a costume change, they can. If anyone's looking for substantial armor, you're gonna have to talk to someone else about it.
Her dress is basically Native American anyway, so she just wanted the feather and maybe like a bracelet or something to just.
Yeah, Frey's gonna have to go
spice it up.
shopping tomorrow.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, it's getting dark.
Yeah,
And
it's getting
seems
dark.
like town closes up.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
like
we can do the rest tomorrow.
Yeah.
So where should we go now? If everything's closed.
There is an
the
inn.
saloon.
The saloon.
Oh, we can go to a Wild West saloon. Oh man, this is great.
All right.
I would like to walk up and go poof to the doors.
You walk up to the doors and you do that, and then you see there's a little you immediately look into a tiny little coat room with a pair of like more modern doors that, as you walk through those swinging doors, open sideways.
These are nice coats.
It looks like all the
just
coats.
walked under it.
Yeah, it looks like all the coats have been there forever and are covered with dust, like from outside.
Huh.
Oh, you could just take one of these.
Ah, man. Well,
They are in the worst shape, and they basically don't fit anybody. They.
Oh, Jetta would totally love that because she knows she's just gonna ruin it anyway.
trash coats.
That's
Exactly.
basically what they are.
Yeah, trash coat.
It's basically
Actually, on the way
I
out.
help you put on a trash coat. It's like, there you go. You look great.
As you go through the
Totally.
interior doors, you see a well-lit
Totally.
place with electrical lighting. There's wooden like chairs and flooring, and there's a little stage, and there is a jukebox projecting a illusion of a piano player up on stage, who is currently playing Piano Man by Billy Joel.
Nice.
Yes.
Jetta walks through the door with the rugged ass trench coat thing, and she just goes like this, and she just pulls off the arm and pulls off the other arm and puts her
Sleeves.
other arms through it. So like rips it down the side, so it's more like one of those like muscle shirts,
Yes.
but like the
Yes.
long trench coat.
You're wearing a leather vest now.
Basically, yes.
Yeah.
With like
actually have a
long
leather vest
ripped back, like the whole back is just ripped up
Awesome.
over
Actually,
top of
the
her.
leather
like,
worker could have sold you, if you wanted, the leather worker could sell you a piece that is basically a vest that is a duster and has straps on the side.
but
But
wouldn't
you
it
gotta
have
put
been
your own
free
stuff.
though?
Totally cool.
But
Oh,
garbage coat.
you picked up one of the free ones, yes.
Yeah,
Garbage
no,
Yeah.
she
coat.
picked up one of the like she just found one that was probably a little moldy and stuff too. She's like, "Ooh, my kind of thing," and just threw it.
Oh,
on
it wasn't moldy because it gets blasted with dust all the time, and
Oh, there you go.
It's preserved.
Yeah.
It's just crusty.
it is
Yeah,
a bit
she took
crusty.
It's
she
a
took
chunk-
her hood. She
It's
took
a
her hoodie
crunchy
off,
coat.
or her little cape that she has off, and shoved it in her thing. She's
Yeah.
like, "I am a cowboy now, right?" And she has like the
Yes.
little headband.
Yes.
Aye.
Freya, cowboy.
Sure.
Yeah. Done. Done.
Yes.
And then I smack her on the side and the dust poofs off. And I just keep doing that.
Definitely a cowboy.
Oh, every
now.
time for like several days.
that
That will be
it's,
true.
Just like your
that's
hand
like,
marks.
that's like a useless magic item in D&D, like duster of
Everyone
perpetual
making-
dust.
Duster of dustiness.
Yeah.
Yes.
You always look dusty and cool.
You always
Like
look
Pigpen
dusty.
now.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I've always been.
The cool
I've
part.
basically always been Pigpen. Let's be honest.
All right. So inside the bar, you see that it is substantially cooler in here. There is air conditioning. It wasn't super hot outside, but it was a little warm. You see about 5 people in here. There's a woman at the bar. She's got a kind of like a lumberjack look to her. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. She's got a lumberjack look to her. She's wearing like a overall dress and a knit cap behind the bar. And there's a pair of dog boys in one corner drinking. And there's they are drinking with a Psy Stalker who looks over sharply when everyone enters the room. And there's a couple other people, about 3 other people. There's one very old, dark skin, well, kind of like a sun, like he's lived his life in the sun, and he's definitely from like the Mexico area. And, you know, so he's got a much darker skin tone and looks a bit grizzled. He is drinking alone. And then there is 2 people in another corner. One of them is a cyborg with 4 arms. And the other is a just wearing it is a woman with her hair's kind of in a short bob, short brown bob. She's got white skin. She is wearing she's wearing basically the Brannigan look of a gunslinger, and she has a gun on her that looks, you know, fast. She is carrying a couple of pistols on her, and a long rifle is laying across one of the chairs next to her.
I spring up on the bar and I'm like, I want the usual.
So, this being the second time I've ever met you, the thing you ordered last time?
Yep.
Shirley Temple it is. She makes you a Shirley Temple, which is... so I believe that involves a blender. So she pulls out a blender, plugs it in, goes to the ice machine.
Is it a virgin Shirley Temple?
All Shirley Temples are virgin Shirley Temples.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's a virgin
I think it's
daiquiri
just
fountain.
cranberry
It's called-
juice and
Yeah.
Celery.
And crushed ice and celery.
Mhm.
Yeah.
and I think seltzer water.
Yeah. And yeah, so she makes you that drink and goes, welcome to the comfort rest stop.
Comfort rest stop.
Yep.
I mean,
See,
that
I
is
said
exactly
I had
what
friends.
it's exactly what it is.
There is a old like comfort rest
Comfort Inn
bedding
or something?
bedding sign, like an ad for comfort rest bedding that they have
Awesome.
converted into their sign.
Awesome. Very Fallout New
So
Vegas.
we got enough rooms for all of you. If let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 of you are got about 4 rooms available left.
I don't need a room. I can sleep outside.
I would recommend
No.
you
You don't
not
have
do
to
that.
sleep outside. Greeks, you want to share a room?
I don't
I
think
can
you
usually sleep
should.
underground. It is fine. I've done it before.
Yeah,
But we could have a
but-
sleepover again.
Oh, I like this idea as well.
Okay.
She just like scooches next to you.
So 4 rooms, 2 rooms, 3 rooms.
Come on, Freya. Let's do a sleepover.
Sure.
Peppermint?
Peppermint.
Join us?
Do you have like
Sure.
one big room? Do you have like a big room?
No.
Oh, big sleepover.
Okay.
You know what though? You know what? For an extra 200 credits, I'll give you the big room. I'll just have to move a few things first.
Sure.
Big room.
All right. So while I get that ready for you, do you want anything to drink? I'll let you know when that's ready.
Oh,
Scotch neat.
do you have tea?
A couple kinds, yeah.
Oh, yes, please.
I'll take whatever your best one is.
Yeah, I don't know a ton about tea, but they've got a decent tea. This isn't a,
That's fine.
Yeah.
Root beer, please.
Ashley, we have a sarsaparilla.
I don't know what that is, but
It's
I'm
basically
definitely gonna try
like a
it.
birch beer.
Is that like a cowboy root beer?
Yeah.
Let's say
Yes.
yes.
Done.
Yes.
Very sweet. I love them.
Done.
I had heard
Sunset
that if you are to
sarsaparilla.
put an I believe a frozen dessert on top of it and it floats, it is also a cowboy thing.
You mean a root beer float?
Yeah, yes. Maybe.
I don't know if that's a cowboy thing. I think that's just an everybody thing.
I don't know.
The
I
whole
just
planet
figured
loves
I would
root
call
beer.
it a cowboy thing because it sounded cool. Is that
It
what cowboy means?
does.
Cool?
No, but I live here, so your mileage may vary. All right, so let me go.
Freya
Clean up a few
stops. It's like,
things.
after all of that, can you make it a double?
Yeah.
With that look.
Greeks, did you want anything to drink? You're not going to get anything to drink?
I got my own stuff.
Oh, you brought your own?
Well, I'll take the strongest thing you have, then.
All right, we do have a moonshine that is about 98. No, all right, it's about 180 proof.
He'll take it. They'll
How
take
is that
it.
how is that even possible?
They will take it.
It's 90% alcohol. It's stronger than most hand sanitizers.
That's safe?
Not for humans
Okay.
over a long period of time.
You
But
should
people-
try it. You could take it.
I'm half dwarf. I actually don't like alcohol that much. I like to drink soda.
All right. Well,
That's the half that's not dwarf.
It's the half that's not the human half.
Yeah.
all right. So the woman behind the bar calls over. There is a small robot that comes out and starts preparing your orders. It is wearing like a little waiter's jacket. It's about 4 feet tall and has a tray and has one big wheel.
I love it.
It's got a roundish head and big old eyes and a serving tray built onto one of the arms. And
It's like a clanky little robot.
it doesn't clank, it whirls along. It's not in like the greatest shape, but it does come around pretty smoothly. As she heads up a set of stairs towards the back.
Very cool.
And it goes, hello.
Hello. Or howdy.
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 Your drinks are prepared, and begins handing out the beverages.
Are you a robot?
Confirmed.
Are you a sentient robot?
This is outside of my program.
Okay, nope. Got it.
That was a good question, though. Very considerate.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're doing a good job. I'll give him a thumbs up.
If you require more, just yell out Sparky.
Awesome.
Will do.
The old man who's sitting alone in the corner says, Sparky, come here. And the bot zooms over to him.
Very cool.
He leans down and talks to it.
So, should we play poker or get into some kind of bar fight?
No bar fight.
Okay.
What is poker? I do not think I have played this.
It's a card game. I don't know how to play either. But I mean, we're in a dusty saloon. You are super dusty. You're actually making the saloon dustier, and I just think it would be pretty cool. It's very cool. That's the coolest thing ever.
We could play Pictionary again with the dust.
We could. That's not very cowboy though. I feel like we should be cool cowboys.
Kid, quick
And
question.
Yeah.
Play charades again.
Do you think this place is a theme park?
It's a theme park.
Okay. Never mind.
I just
You just seem to think this place is... You know this is a real town, not just like for fun, right?
Yeah. But
Okay.
I've never been to an area where cowboys are from. And I've always, read stories about them. They're really cool. I always thought it was pretty cool stories and quick draws. And, I don't know how to use a gun really well.
So not
but
that.
My dad is actually really good with guns, apparently. He didn't tell me too much about that. He's from here, right? He's from this way?
He didn't say where.
Right, but so growing up, my dad probably used to tell me, oh God, can we say that he used to tell me stories about cool cowboy stories, but not about him, just about other people?
Yes.
Because so my dad used to tell me all kinds of cool, stories about, these cowboys. I mean, they probably were made up, they don't exist, you know what I mean?
So, like a culture immersion for you then.
Yeah, I was always excited to see a place like this.
So just no bar fights. Okay. All right. And no quick draws. All right.
I can't quick draw. I don't know how to do that.
Okay. No.
I mean, I know you point and you shoot, but I'm not super good with a gun.
Yeah. Don't. No. We won't.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I pull out a crayon and I draw a stick figure. I quick draw.
I could probably survive a quick draw shot, though.
There is a mat.
Wait, you
there
drew
is a
something
diner
quickly?
mat
She drew a stick figure.
at each of your places. Yeah.
I just start clapping.
Freya actually
You won.
Yes.
You
There
have
go.
won. I'm sorry, child. You will win next time.
Oh, I
What are you
will.
Wait, I'm not a child. You were speaking to Starissa, thought that you were talking to her because she's actually a child. I am not a child. Again, 22 years old, a grown man.
But you're somebody's child.
That's true. I am.
Yes, he is.
I am. So are you, right?
Comparatively in age to very elder beings, you are but a child.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very good point. We did find out that my mom is 6,000 years old, so that is a whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to be 6,000 years old, you're a very long time to go.
Yeah, I guess I am a kid. Speaking of that, what are your parents like, Starissa?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you just you're just kind of lost?
Yeah.
Well, did
I
anybody
never
raise
met
you?
them. Jeddah?
Jeddah helped raise you?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Jeddah
Do you
and
remember
Rensix.
it?
Uh-huh.
Remember
Okay.
what?
It's
Do you
only a couple of years ago. I mean, 10, 15 something years ago.
Is there an insight?
Real terribly
Is there an
at Jeddah.
There is no insight.
There is no
Because
insight?
the fact that you go, I doubt this a little, kids goes, I doubt this a little. That's your insight check.
Yeah.
So wait a minute. So Jeddah was able to raise you, but I mean that must have been really hard. Jeddah barely even remembers what day it is. Jeddah, what day is it?
She stares at you like hard.
Okay, so I mean that. Did she have help? Was it only Jeddah?
Rensix helped.
She looks out the window.
Rensix helped?
Is the sun up?
The sun is starting to set.
Ooh,
Okay.
Sunset. Wow,
It is almost not Sunday anymore.
That
Is
is
she right?
accurate.
That's not...
Okay. All right.
So,
Fortunately for
But-
her, that is accurate.
yeah. Okay.
I was gonna say Sunday because the sun was down sunny day, but that
Huh.
works too.
Well, that's pretty cool. Rensix and Jeddah raised you. Very cool.
Uh-huh. They found me in the woods.
Man.
Just
Well-
like Bert found me. Only Bert is not my father. That would be weird.
That would be weird and would have made no sense.
He'd probably be a cool dad, though.
She pulls him out.
Overbearing.
Very overbearing.
It's just always there.
Makes
Yeah.
no emotion at all.
She
Peppermint,
takes a little snack and just.
we met your mom, Peppermint. What was your story with your dad? I can't quite remember.
I never knew my dad.
Oh, he just
Not
wasn't
that
in the
way.
picture?
I was just really young when he passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry. That sucks.
Greeks, how does your family units work?
We are all born and spawn and scream into the abyss. You know what I mean?
My parents worked a lot. I sort of raised myself with my siblings.
You have siblings?
Yeah.
How many?
Well, 2 that I know of.
Oh. Is that guy we were chasing one of your siblings?
No.
Oh, okay.
Was he related to you of some
Didn't
sort?
like that guy.
Oh, no.
Like a second cousin twice removed. Normally those who are people who get chased or chase.
How old are you, Greeks?
I would be early 30s by your human years.
Oh, okay, cool. Are you the older brother?
Middle child.
Middle child. Cool. Very neat. You probably miss him, huh?
I've started to think about them more now, remembering.
Well, I'm sure we'll be able to help you find him again. All right. Maybe you can help me find my brother.
Not your brother.
Fred, not your brother.
My brother?
Freya, your parents raised you to be an assassin, right? Wasn't that your thing?
The group.
Oh, it was an organization?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Were you an orphan, or did they take you away from your family?
I don't know. I just know I was found.
Huh. Did you ever look into it? Like maybe they lied?
Well, it took some time to escape, and then I escaped and had to cover my tracks, and then I became a Nightbane, and so
there's not a lot of time to think about it.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've had stuff on my plate. Yeah.
You've had a big day every day. It feels like you've had a pretty rough time. Yeah.
Yes.
I get it. But if you ever need help looking into that,
Are there bar snacks like a pretzel? Because I can just imagine her like eating all of the salt off of a pretzel. Going after the pretzel.
Yes. After you all have sat at a table, Sparky comes over with a tray of pretzels.
Do you not eat the rest of the pretzel?
Oh no, I just eat that part first.
Okay, good. I was gonna hate that. I was gonna absolutely hate that.
If you would like the pretzel, you may have the pretzel part. I just like the salt.
Sure, I'll eat the pretzel.
They're a bit stale. That someone has licked the salt off of.
No, I've been literally individually picking the salt off of it.
Very good though, still.
Like saltines, but just teens.
Somehow worse.
Yeah. So the night goes along, and the Simven and the two dog boys head upstairs, leaving down here the cyborg, the gunslinger, and the old guy.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to be a quiet night here. There's a selection of piano songs on the jukebox that are projected on the stage. The
Jeddah is all about that jukebox.
And the doors at some point you hear seal.
What was that?
That's just the door sealing, says the bartender.
I grab my hammer, but I don't do anything in particular. I just look at Freya, like, what?
It's protection. You did notice that it just wasn't no coalition. There was also no vampires. So,
Oh,
Yeah, you
So-
don't want to go outside and play around at night.
yeah.
do vampires like rule this town at night?
Lord no, but doesn't stop him from occasionally coming in trashing a thing.
Hmm.
We have yet to be breached, but fortunately, we got some defenses.
Right. Why take chances? That makes sense.
Well, we'll not take chances. I mean, the odds are like 1 in 5 that we'll see a vampire in town any night.
Would you know that they were a vampire if you saw a vampire? If they did not smile.
All right, so y'all must be from out east.
How could you tell?
You don't know about vampires.
Oh no, I know. I just was curious if they were different on this side.
I know they drink blood.
Yep.
And they
There's a
eat
couple of
it.
kinds of vampires. There's the ones that'll smile at you and rip your throat out, and then there's the ones that are just snarling beasts. It's easy to tell the ones that are snarling beasts, but there's others that are tricksy and, smart. Them's the all of them you got to watch out for. Y'all seem to be magic heavy, so looks like y'all do fine, except maybe your green friend here, but
Hmm.
with
He's
enough
pretty
firepower.
capable.
Well, also got, I don't know what else y'all got about you, but
He is a very capable person.
yeah. But if you need to just take like a second respite from them, your keys are the shadow of a cross or object of faith.
An object of any faith?
Any faith you believe in. It's got to be something you believe in, though.
Something like a religious thing, like something you worship, or just something that like means a lot to you?
I think it's got to be religious, but I've not tested it. I'm not the expert. If you want the expert, you should travel down to Arsno. That's where Reed's Rangers currently are, I believe, headquartered out of, if not further south.
Okay.
But out here, you just got to know, they won't cross running water. They can't. But some of them find ways around. Water hurts them. Fire a little bit. Magic, very, very useful. Psionic's very useful. But don't just go blasting away with a gun, because...
What about a water gun?
Water gun do you great good against that, unless one of their minions comes for you.
Do they sell water guns here?
Yes, actually, we do sell water guns in town.
If I were trying to be hospitable, do not draw them a bath. Got it.
No, do draw them a bath, because you should not be hospitable to them. As they are
You
at
can't
every
be their
moment.
friend, Jetta.
They're not. There is no such thing as a good vampire. There's only one that's waiting to bite you in the neck.
Remember, the sheriff told us that.
They're like magically evil.
I know.
I don't know how it
Still
works.
seems sad to me that there is an entire race that nobody likes.
They're not exactly a race, more as an infection.
That is
Many of them were human. Some of them were DBs.
Yeah, I've
That's
seen
pretty
DB
rare.
vampires. They're kind of creepy.
Well, yeah.
Can wizards become vampires?
Yeah.
Help us, I guess.
Can
You know
bubble
what? I don't
wizards
like
become
thinking about
vampires?
this.
Yeah,
I-
why don't we
I would
let-
hope a wizard would be able to protect itself against a minor vampire, but let's.
If a vampire knocks on your door and you don't let him in, can they not get in?
Oh, they can get in.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not
That's
true.
not real. That's not true. Okay.
Unless
what
you
about
got
garlic?
running
Is
water.
that true?
Or wards.
Jetta puts her head on the
Wards.
table and falls asleep.
Okay.
Freya's like, sleepover. Come on, let's all just thank you.
Okay.
Let's all.
Tomorrow, I'm definitely gonna get a holster and a water gun that looks like a 6-shooter. Definitely.
Okay, that's the gun I'll let you have.
Yes.
All right. Does anyone have anything else they want to do specifically before they head to bed?
Jetta is snoring.
I
Or
want
head
to try to get anybody I can to arm wrestle me because I'm in a Wild West town. If I can't quick draw somebody, then I want to arm wrestle somebody. So first I will try any of you guys, and I'll keep pestering you guys about arm wrestling.
I'll arm wrestle ya.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh, no. This
Yeah.
is
So
going
we
well.
go and sit down at a table, and I'm like, okay. So first we have to be real mean. So
Grr.
all right, yes. I pull my hat. Can we say that I bought a little cowboy hat? Can I have a little cowboy hat? So I put on my cowboy hat and go. This town ain't big enough for the two of us. So it looks like we're gonna have to settle this the old-fashioned way. And I put my hand on the table, and I'm like,
I put my hand on the table too.
okay, all right. So once one of our hands touches the table, then that's it. Have you done this before?
I've seen it.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I don't think I've ever really done it before with anybody either. I'm excited. Okay, I'm gonna.
Shouldn't
all right,
you be wearing tank tops for this and trucker hats?
no, that's,
I don't think they've ever seen that movie.
this is Cowboy Arm Wrestling, because Freya won't let me get into a bar fight or a quick draw, a root 'em, toot 'em, shoot 'em. So we're gonna do this. So on the count of 3, we're gonna try to arm wrestle. You ready?
Just wait till
Yeah.
you have your squirt
1,
guns.
2, 3, and then we're gonna try to arm
Yeah,
wrestle.
both of you roll a d20.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I got a 10.
Okay.
I got an 18.
All right. We'll see if that's enough to beat Starissa.
Oh well, what do we? I think Sarissa's got a lot more to add there. if
Starissa,
I'm not
you have
mistaken.
supernatural strength.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh no.
So you have to roll a d20 to roll to pull your punch.
Okay.
I ripped my
Don't
arm
break
off.
it. And just
I rolled a 2.
Oh,
Roll
no.
the 2.
Oh yes.
Oh no.
Okay. What do I
Kid,
roll like?
what is
roll with
your-
Like
impact?
this thing it flies.
What is your strength, kid?
My strength
you
is
got her
22.
too excited, kid.
My physical strength is 24. That's PS, right?
That's yeah.
Wow,
PS.
yeah.
24. Yeah.
With your
it's,
armor,
It's magic. He's
Yeah.
covered in magic.
with your
So-
armor on, I believe it gives you a supernatural strength. Right?
Where is that?
I think we agreed to that earlier. That your armor lets you like work on.
That's
Megadev's
why I
things,
think
so you
that's
need-
why my strength is 24. Because 24 is pretty high, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but there
Isn't
is
that like you're flipping
24
trucks and
human,
stuff?
and then there's 24 like cyborg, and then there's 24 supernatural. But your armor was augmented to give you that so that you can work on big metal like MDC things.
Well,
moving
I
around.
don't know where my supernatural strength is on here then, because all I see is PS, and that's 24.
Yeah. Um,
I don't know if
You-
that's more. I don't think I'm not like. I don't think I can like lift a truck or anything though. Like I'm not.
no, I think you
I
have
don't- I'm
augmented
not-
strength because
Yeah, I'm not-
You can
I'm not
move pieces of
Starissa.
armor around.
Yeah. And I can take fucking hits from like. I
Yeah.
can take mega damage and stuff, but I
Well,
can't.
with your armor can.
Yeah, but I can't
Uh,
like deal it with my hands.
Yeah. So kid goes flying to the side, but you will take Starissa, you were trying to hold back.
Yes.
You know that kid is a human and you were trying to hold back, but you grabbed a little too hard. And kid, you felt a little bit of like a little bit of a cut across your hand as your hand gets slammed into the table. And Starissa, it's only a moment, but you felt something sharp on the end of your hands.
That was really good. Am I like in the floor?
You're like off the
Sorry.
table.
Yeah.
The table is broken.
Oh,
Great.
Starissa,
Fucking
We-
tourists.
we
Gonna add that
broke.
to the
We
tab.
broke a Wild West bar table.
Are you there? Are you
That was
okay?
awesome.
Okay.
Kid,
Oh,
take,
my back
10,
hurts so much.
Take 10
I'm so
SDC.
sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
as your
Uh,
augmented kept you from being too hurt, but
When you flip over the table, that smash happens. I go like this, and I want to like just whatever's in front of me, just throw it. Just like that.
We're gonna get kicked out of this fucking place.
you just throw it. Roll a
Probably
d20.
pretzel.
oh,
Kill
no.
the bartender.
Hit the
Can I have someone
stalker.
roll dice for me because I don't have them right now.
Roll
Sorry.
a d20.
Yeah.
You can use an online generator if you want.
A 9.
I have to pull it up. A 9.
All right. So with that, it's wild enough to go flying at. It is like an ashtray, which is completely empty. It goes flying off towards the cyborg and then just stops about a foot right by the gunslinger's head. It just stops in midair.
Oh, I am sorry.
The gunslinger stands up and she goes, I just remembered something that would make this a lot of fun. She has a I don't know if I can do it.
Is that what she said?
She has
say that?
No, she goes, well, what are you doing throwing things around in the middle of a bar? You can see her red hair. Her hair looks a lot redder now than it did before, now that you're seeing her in a better light as she stands up. She is...
Who I think it is.
She leans in and goes, listen, I've been listening to you chat all night, and you're driving me up a damn wall. So...
You've been listening to us?
You're very loud.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Listen, I'm all for the showmanship, I am. But this is I'm not feeling it tonight. It's been a rough week.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want me to get you something to eat or drink? I can buy you a drink.
I will take your drink.
Okay. Whatever she wants.
But no, don't say that. Okay. Even I know that. Don't say that.
She is, kid, roll a percentile.
That's the
Call up
D100.
some old Google Sheets.
Oh, am I eyeballing?
I think I know who this is. I really want to know who this is. I really want to see if I know who this is.
I'm trying to remember names.
Is it the accent? The accent is what I'm the red hair and the accent. If it's who I'm thinking.
Not that one.
I got a 90.
Okay, so you have passed the charm impress. You are not immediately charmed.
Isn't high bad though?
In this it is good.
Oh, okay.
Where is it? See, there's just so many old sheets that I can't even find old characters who I've all.
Was it a PC?
Yes.
I know who it is.
I can't remember.
I don't think
the
it's
name
Cassidy.
though. It's killing me. It's not.
I don't think it's
No,
not
it's
Cassidy.
They were played twice.
Yeah, this is their third appearance in all of them.
Do you want me to say?
Yes.
Were they
please.
in? Were they in?
Ben Dunmore.
Yes.
Did I
Ben
built you
Dunmore.
a sheet for this, didn't I?
Fucking yes.
Who
You
is
remember
Ben
Ben?
Dunmore?
Dunmore?
Yeah, the gunslinger that
I was the
when you met Jover's dad.
Oh, in the one shot that we did?
Yeah, where you
Oh
basically
my
Venom.
god. Yes. Oh my god, I love that. Clyde, I think is what it
Dazzling
was.
right now.
Yes.
Why can't I find that character?
Oh,
sheet
she
anymore?
lived? Because I don't think a lot of them lived. if I recall.
What was it?
No,
oh
she,
my god.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
totally
she
did.
lived.
I'm sorry.
she
What was her
was
name
whistled in
again?
the
It's
back.
killing me.
Dunmore.
Ben Dunmore.
Finn.
Fen.
Fen.
Fenn. Dunmore. It's Fen Dunmore.
Oh my
She
god, I
goes-
forgot about that.
Listen, my name's Fen Dunmore. It's a pleasure to meet you. And she flips out a business card that is basically like Fen Dunmore, gunslinger, stunts, tricks, entertainment, available for parties. Not those kinds of parties in little.
That's a really
and
big
then under that
card. It's like-
And yeah, it's just that it gets
it
very
keeps
tiny.
going. It keeps
Yeah.
going the more you read it, and then it gets.
It's a scrolling card.
It's like a Harry Potter item. Like what
Yeah,
the
there's
fuck?
the character sheet. I'm gonna put her name on that character sheet.
Oh, that's Oh, it is very nice to meet you. I'm Jeddah. She puts her arm like one of her arms out.
Did she only try to charm me?
Anyone else who was susceptible to an attractive woman's charm, she was directly like looking at Kid because Kid was making a bit more of a scene than everybody else. But anyone else who is into gunslingers with bob haircuts,
Freya isn't. If Freya is in mom mode,
yeah,
it's no.
Wait, so it's almost like it only works on people who would naturally be somewhat attracted to the person in the first place.
it's not like a mass. It's not like
That's
a
really
magical
cool.
effect. It's just an effect of having a very high physical beauty.
That's just a
Okay.
D20
It's a percentile roll.
or
And the
percentile.
percentile check would be.
Please tell me that.
I think Kid probably gets a little red in the face,
Okay,
but
it's not
he
too-
isn't.
Yes, she is
spell.
wearing a low-cut shirt, I believe.
If
as
I'm not mistaken, she has a.
He tries
has
to
a-
avoid.
Her
a
eyes all
scar
fucked
over one
up.
eye.
He definitely looks, tries to avoid, looks again, tries to avoid. He's trying not to.
I'm gonna look her in the eyes. Okay, can't look there.
So
I don't
hard
wanna stare at
to
the scar and be
do
awkward.
this.
I rolled an 18.
All right, that is underneath the charm and seduce. She winks.
Oh, Peppermint got hit.
Peppermint blushes a little, and she winks over at Peppermint, and says, "Listen, don't go trying to be brave in this place. I know you're probably a big muckety muck or whatever back east, but that ain't here. I'm from way further east than you, friends.
Where's that?
Ireland.
Where's that?
It's a place called well, there used to be a whole bunch of other things, but it's Ireland. It's on the other side of an ocean.
Oh, that's cool. You're not even from this country? That's a whole other country?
It's a whole other continent.
How did you even get here?
It's a long story.
Okay.
I appreciate you, traveler.
There are planes.
Well, matters how
I
you're
don't
spelling
think that would be safe. To fly?
Neither was a six-legged
Yeah.
spider thing. But
There
we
are
found
also,
it
like-
worked quite well.
But there are also like evil dragons and giant coalition death ships. I feel like that'd be really
I've
dangerous.
avoided most of those, thankfully.
That's good. Well, we're sorry for making all this ruckus. It's not, but definitely it was my fault, not Sarissa's fault. I'll put the table back together, and I start trying to put the table back together.
There is no
That's
saving this
the-
table.
On second thought, I cannot fix this table. I will build a new one if I have the time tomorrow. A better table, a stronger table.
And then towards the front of the bar, there is a hissing sound
What the hell is that?
as the swinging doors swing inwards, and a thump against the wall as a bear skull covered with, it looks like a zombie, but then you see the fangs. It's got bits of hair coming off. It is wearing raggedy clothes. Its hands are claws, and one of the claws starts going into the door, and you see behind the bar, the woman hits a switch, and then that little room, another door drops behind it, and then that little anterior room starts filling with water.
Oh my god, that's awesome. It might as well be acid to the thing, right?
Yeah, the thing starts freaking out, clawing at the doors, and she's like, okay, they're not strong enough to get through it most of the time, but if there's a chance.
Get my
And
hammer
the
ready.
gunslinger pushes back her coat, and everyone takes a breath in when she does, because when a gunslinger prepares violence, it is noticeable.
Mm-hmm. Jetta just looks really like she kind of flinches a little bit, but she kind of looks really sad as she's watching this creature.
It is the shell of a creature.
Like a zombie.
This is not a natural thing. It is not a thing of this world whatsoever.
Some things just suck.
Literally.
As this fills up with water, it does begin to dissolve. And she's like, okay. And then hits the, as soon as they start trashing, it's not going to make it through. She hits a button and the glass on the inside tints.
So does that just happen all the time?
Once a week, roughly.
Wow.
This
What
town,
was that
we
they
put
were
a lot of
wearing?
cost in. What was that?
What was that they were wearing?
Oh, was probably a traveler that got caught out there. Generally, they'll just bury you for a day. Or, I don't know. It looks, from what I know of vampires, they bury you for a day. And Fen goes, yeah, they put them underground for about 24 hours. The next day, they get up and are a bit wild.
Shovelheads.
Yeah, I've heard them called that. Yeah.
That was from an RPG book I read that I found somewhere.
Oh, a book on grenades. Yeah. Yeah, rocket-propelled grenades.
No,
Very
role-playing
useful against them,
games.
especially because if you put a layer of water, it's literal splashdown damage against them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
So you know what splash damage is, but you don't know what a role-playing game is.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't... Listen, I've heard of role-playing games, but I know what splash damage is because I can deal it. I know when a grenade goes off, you don't stand next to it.
What class are you?
The classiest.
This is getting meta.
Yeah.
I go back to collecting pieces of the table into a pile that is neatly to be easily cleaned up. I'll start, if there's any trash, I'll start like taking this out and trying to clean it up.
Alice.
And I keep looking at that woman and then desperately trying to look away.
She
look
has
at
put her
Peppermint, 'cause
duster
I
back,
know.
and it's...
I know that Peppermint knows what's going on.
She puts her duster back over her guns. I forget exactly what guns she had too, but they were cool.
They were Kingdom Come. One of them was
It was a big fuck off.
Yeah, huge.
Pistol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember one of them. She had like 2 or 3 laser pistols. She had a fuck ton load of guns.
Yeah,
One was like a Vash the Stampede revolver, wasn't it? Like a huge, like
basically
44.
the Kingdom Come
Yeah.
is basically what the Saint of
Kingdom.
Killers carried in the Preacher comic.
And she had other revolvers too. That was her favorite.
Yeah.
Was
The Kingdom Come did the most damage, but she had a number of trick things.
I think she had 2 that were like handguns, but they were like fast shooters.
Yeah. Not
She's
as
just
heavy
covered in
damage, but they were
guns.
good. I've lost all
No,
the stats.
seriously. She had 2 holsters. She has 2 holsters around her legs, all filled with pistols.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And those are the ones you can see.
Yep.
Anyway, she goes, I know plenty about killing vampires. I've got some friends that specialize in the business. But I'm here to just I'm on my way somewhere else. So if you need any advice, I can give it to you now, but I'm not gonna get roped into whatever the mess you're doing.
Well, we can't tell you anyway.
That's okay. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Now who's buying me a drink next?
Oh, I will.
I love her so much. Oh my god. Thank you for this gift, Kevin.
You're welcome. He says, well, you buy her a drink. She goes, oh, thank you, love. And touches your arm in the way like, oh, thank you. And
Gives you goosebumps.
tells you, like, she says, well, what do you need? Is there any specific questions you have about vampires now?
Is there any place that they've infested recently?
Well, all of Mexico, pretty much. Recently in this area, not that we know of.
Good.
The Rangers don't spend too much time up in here. A lot of the native nations, you know, are very, very skilled at removing any nests they see popping up in their areas. The size stalkers about also do a good job of it. In fact, there was one down here earlier I know is got at least 5 named kills. But is not the most personable, and I would not recommend any of you try to chat him up.
Okay.
Wait, size stalkers can eat vampires?
Yeah. The vampires are being a magic.
Oh man, that's kind of like ironic or something.
How?
Well, vampires drink other people, and don't size stalkers like drink blood?
No. Well, I mean, some size stalkers choose to, because they're weirdos. They don't. Many of them. That's the stories. The stories they tell about size stalkers are often exaggerated.
Oh, okay.
They're fierce. They will kill what they need, but they're not really blood drinking types unless, you know, they're a bit off. But that's true of any peoples. It's not like they can just summon it from the ground.
Who leads the vampires?
So I don't know in this area any vampire groups, but I know there's generally a big one, a master vampire they call them, and above that is an intelligence. Are any of you familiar with alien intelligences?
Vampires are aliens?
No, they
Nope.
worship aliens in a way. They are magically infected
Ah.
by beings beyond our dimension.
I know the land and the earth, but I don't really know anything else, to be honest.
Well, wooden stakes through the heart. But
Oh,
the
I can
second
do
that
that.
stake comes out, you need to, if you stake them, if you're lucky enough to get it,
Jetta goes like this and just gets
immediately
like
remove the head,
the table leg.
separate the two, and burn both separately.
Hmm.
Or magic. Magic's your best bet against them.
Jetta just kind of goes like this and grabs a table leg.
I can whittle that actually.
Actually, most people already have 6 stakes on them in your starting inventory.
Oh, cool. Check it out.
of
Jetta
my-
absolutely would have some stakes on her.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of my skills is whittling and sculpture.
Meaning you can make a nice looking stake.
I can
Wait,
make
do I
a
have
good
whittling?
steak.
I think I have whittling.
Anyway, the
I have wilderness and survival, but not whittling.
Jetta, do you remember we went and we killed all those vampires with Rensick and the sheriff?
this was a thing you did.
Yes, I remember.
You were good at it.
Do they sleep in coffins?
I think, as far as I know, something about soil. They have to have their native soil, or else they can't rest. Or they can't rest.
Are they scared of sunlight?
With every reason to be.
Oh, does it kill them?
As water is almost as fast.
No, so it's even faster than that.
Aye.
Well, that's good. Should we just get like flashlights that are magic and shine sunlight out of them?
I've seen those. If
Yeah, that
you go
sounds
down to
like-
Arsno or up into the Baronies, you might be able to obtain some of those. I met a
like-
girl who built a gun that just shot sunlight, as well as bullets and telekinesis. It was an impressive gun.
That's perfect.
Sunlight gun.
Oh yeah, it's
Sun
called the
gun.
Dawnbringer, but it's that was a hell of a thing.
What about like glow sticks made of ultraviolet light?
I mean, at least one of you knows magic here. I can tell.
Mm-hmm.
So I would recommend Globe of Daylight's quite effective at keeping them at bay. But that'll only do so much against the smart ones.
Mm. Okay.
I know it's easy to get overconfident if you're surrounded by magic, but I've seen many a mage taken apart.
Well, I think Peppermint actually has some experience with vampires.
I don't have experience with them, but I've heard stories.
Oh, okay. Peppermint's the only one of us that knows anything about vampires.
Well, that's the thing. The best weapon we've got against them is information. If everyone knows how to kill them, that's so much easier for everybody.
There you go.
So that's why we tell the stories.
Cool.
You said that they were an infection. Do you think that there is a way that they could be uninfectioned?
I mean,
Cured.
Yes, that word.
I've seen things in my lifetime. I've watched churches stand up and punch demons in the face. I have seen wonders in places of horror and beauty. It may be possible.
Don't you have to kill the boss? Isn't
But-
that how vampires work? You kill the boss vampire, then all the little vampires explode or
No.
get better.
Not quite.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it'll give them a shock, to be certain.
I'm
But
not
that's
sure if
not
that's
always
how
enough.
nature works.
That'd be cool. Find a cure to vampirism.
And
Hard to cure a disease that's like weaponized though. I can only
Here's the
imagine.
thing. If you come across vampires and you're trying to plan on keeping them alive, you've already lost.
Hmm.
I know that when the process starts, you get a couple of days. But like I said, the smart ones are smart.
If someone gets bit by a vampire, there's no way to fix it. Like they're just gonna be a
It's
vampire.
more than one bite.
Oh, it's like a process.
Yeah,
Hmm.
But
Well, I think we'll be able to keep each other pretty safe.
tired now, and me and my good friend there, we've got things to do in the morning. So thank you for the drinks. Travel
You're
safe.
welcome.
You too.
Would you like some ghost fudge for the road?
I have never heard of that before, so absolutely.
Enjoy.
That's
Enjoy the ride.
All right.
Not getting any sleep. Where the fuck am I? All right.
Yeah, she nods over at the forearm cyborg who stands up, and the two of them make their way upstairs. The old guy just sounds like he's sleeping in the corner.
I will help that old man to his room.
No,
and then I will also go to
don't.
sleep.
Just let him be. Let him be.
Okay.
Place is safer with him there, I guess. He's a fixture around here, by which I mean he never really moves out of that spot, so whatever.
Should we?
Yeah, he was here yesterday too.
Well,
I look for like a cushion on a seat or something and just put it under his head so he has like a pillow.
no, you
All
look
right.
over and he is in like the most cushioned chair.
Oh, okay.
And she goes, he's fine. He owns the building.
Oh, okay, cool.
Just okay. Anyway, Kid and Greeks, you have a room, and we have the big room, so we can have a sleepover.
We are.
As you head into the big room, you notice that it is a basically loft apartment that is fully furnished and has pictures
Whoa.
of people on the walls. And the fridge is fully stocked with it's not fully stocked. There's a couple of things in there. There's no like milk or anything. There's water and some soda.
Like the water bottles that has a little tag that's like 50 cents a water bottle. That you have to pay
Nope,
for.
just some water bottles. There's dishes there's dishes in a drying rack.
Oh my goodness! Did we just get like an Airbnb or something?
Kind of, in the fact that you asked for the big room and she took 200 credits to go sleep in one of the hotel rooms and give you her apartment.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably her house. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So,
it's suddenly a little when you walk in and realize that you're suddenly like, okay. However, that bothers you.
There are pictures of
It
her
doesn't
and her
bother
family.
Freya's just like Freya understands a business opportunity when she sees it, and so it's like, yep, that's what happened. So now we get to have our sleepover.
Yeah, this woman
Yay.
in the lumberjack. There is pictures of her with a bigger, burlier lumberjack who's clearly her father. Who has more chest hair than mustache, but not by much.
It's the family from Gravity Falls.
Yeah, that's what I was instantly
Wendy's dad,
imagining. The guy from Gravity Falls. All right.
he's such a. I love that show.
So, the night, occasionally you hear things in the night. Those of you with enhanced hearing hear the occasional sound of like an absolute like a vampire howling in the moonlight, and the occasional sound of a couple of gunshots ringing off in the distance, and absolutely hear the sound of one or two vampires screaming before melting away.
Very cool.
Wow.
This place rules.
Starissa and I are probably like dogpiled on top of each other, just like
Slumped.
We haven't played Truth or Dare yet.
But before we get into that, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break,
Nope.
as we have done nothing but talk. And enjoy our experience. All right, so thank you, everybody. We're going to take a quick break. Go ahead and move around and be human, and we'll be back soon.
Yep.
Welcome back, everyone.
Hello. It sounded like you weren't done with your sentence, Teddy.
Oh, sorry.
It's all good. Welcome back. Our group has made their way out to Colorado and seen a vampire and talked to a gunslinger about vampires, and is settling in for the night when. And Starissa, you remember the last couple of days. You were with the group when you got a message in your brain saying, "You will come and speak with me," in a voice very authoritative. Did not level any threats against you, but you knew they were implied. And this was in a language so deeply draconic that there is no question about whether you should talk to others about this.
Okay.
You made your way. Were you in Dwemer at the time, I believe, last time you were with the group?
Yes.
You made your way apart from the group and over towards the Church of Dragonbright, and then into the building across from it where the giant dragon on top made no motion as you approached. You went inside this building. It looked like a perfectly functioning office building. There was a number of doctors' offices there and other things. But there was the penthouse floor, which was where you had to go. As you got up to the penthouse, you got off the elevator. There was a woman at a desk, a reception desk, said, "They're expecting you."
Okay.
Please, go. Can I get you something to drink?
No.
We have water. All right. You'll be fine. But
Okay.
you'll be fine. And opened the door into this incredibly large room where at an oak desk at the far end of it, it looked like Mr. Burns' office from The Simpsons. At the far end of it is a 50-year-old, looks like a 50-year-old man. He's got kind of a dark skin, a white beard on his. He's an older black man with a white beard. And he says, "Thank you, miss. Please have a seat." And you notice there is only one other chair in the entire room. As you walk, you look along the walls. There are items of power on these walls. You notice a couple of magic swords. You notice the claw of a demon. And you see what looks to be a coalition helmet of higher rank. You know that something about the helmets indicates rank, but you don't know which. And that one is crushed through with a single claw piercing the eye and the mouth of it. There is a massive T-Rex skull as well. And there's just numerous books here. Just in languages you don't know. There's a feeling of power in this place, as though this is one of the places in the city where everyone can, you can feel the ley lines running through the city from here, but you can't access them right now. Generally, anywhere in the city, people can access the ley lines pretty easily, but this point right here where you're at, seems to be tightly controlled. It says, "You have a seat," and he says, "Young one, what is your name?"
Carissa.
"You are one of the frilled."
Uh-huh.
I haven't seen one of your kind in this area in a long while, and I wanted to check in. You pose no threat to this city.
No.
But I like to keep tabs on who's coming and going in the territory I keep an eye on.
Okay.
That thing on your arm.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what it's made out of?
I think so. I think it's made of dragon blood.
Not dragon blood. Blood of a dragon god. I don't know which one.
I talked to her once.
You have not stolen this, then? You have not taken it unduly?
No. I was given it to help friends.
Then you have earned my name. I am called Tytrax.
Okay.
I sit on this city gathering information because it amuses me. Because I like it here and the building is comfortable. I rarely come down to this form, and when I do, I make sure to leave an image of myself up top. But it is much harder to speak from up there. There is dragon magic on your companions.
Yeah.
I'm assuming of the same dragon god.
Yes.
The one with the arms. Do they terrify you?
No.
Did they give you the bracelet?
Yes.
That would make sense.
The one with the arms just taught me things and helped me figure out what to do in the world.
You came showing the proper respect here. My presence is intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
Of this I am proud. No dragon in this city dares quarrel with me. The church sees to needs I don't even bother to ask about anymore.
It seems kind of lonely.
Oh, it's anything but. I'm connected. Many of my conversations are held on the astral plane, yes. But when you learn to transcend distance and the power that the ley line gives you, it's as simply as thinking of somewhere to experience it.
Wow.
Is there a thing you need or want?
No. We want to stop the Night Lords. Do you know of them?
Of course I know the Night Lords. What I need from you is you are young.
Mm-hmm.
My mere movement outside this city would be seen as a threat to a number of dragon holds. So yes, I do not travel much anymore. But I need you to go and check on something.
Okay. I'll try.
Dragon parents are often neglectful. But there is an egg I expected to hatch long ago, and I have not heard about it yet.
Okay. Do you need me to find it?
I can tell you exactly where it is. I want you to make sure the egg is intact. I want you to find this egg intact. It is very safe and very secure. But I need you to confirm this for me.
Okay.
Do not disturb it.
No.
You may touch the egg once.
Okay.
To make sure it is real.
Well, I think wouldn't I be able to tell by looking at its aura?
I could fake such a thing.
Oh.
In my age, I've become, I want to say wise, but I've been called paranoid. When there is a thing I want to know, I must verify it.
Okay.
On the desk here, gestures to the desk, you will find a brown piece of rock. This rock is actually a very high-tech circuit. Touch it to the egg. If the egg is blue, next time you are in a place where there is sky, send a pigeon.
Okay.
If the rock does not turn blue, return. And I'll tell you what to do next.
I can do that.
Travel quietly. Should any others question your path among our kind, do not mention my name, but insinuate it.
Okay.
Thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you. I give a pretty deep bow.
Get a good head nod back.
He'd notice I'm physically like shaking.
He seems to be a little proud of that. As you leave, the woman comes out. She says, would you like a water now? Do you need a couple of minutes? Okay. All right.
He's
Let's just
scary.
have a seat. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Here you go, child. Here, please. And she puts a hand on your shoulder, and you can kind of tell she has a draconic air around her as well.
Okay.
And she seems to be, it's a much more flowing kind of air around her. His is a much more aggressive reddish dragon. I forget what color he is. I don't know that I specify what color he is. Yeah, we'll just say he's very reddish. Appears to be a massive old fire dragon. She goes, all right, so you have your instructions. I don't know what they are. and I don't, and it is not my place to ask. If there is
Okay.
something you need, he will be disappointed, but I'm the person you should ask.
He didn't tell me where.
Did you activate the stone?
No, not yet.
Do that outside the city walls. It will instruct you.
Okay.
All right. Take the time you need.
Okay.
Unless he's told you to move. Okay.
He didn't say quickly, he just said quietly.
Well, best of luck to you.
Thank you. And
When
I'll finish drinking the water and kind of collect myself a little.
Yeah. She gives you space and time to do such. You make your way out of the city. And you open your mind to this stone. It connects to you mentally and shows you exactly where you need to go. It wants you to head a good bit west towards, what is that? Towards a place called Manhattan, Kansas. Wait, yep, Kansas, not Missouri. On the other side of the coalition nation of the coalition state of Missouri. Traveling there is difficult because of just, you're being super careful. At one point you do kind of see a place of people that kind of has a magical aura. You're told how to get, if you want to take a shortcut, you can get to Branson. Do you want to take a magical shortcut? There is a ley line walker that for a nominal fee will move you to Branson very easily.
How confident am I at staying out of people's radar by doing that?
You've heard good things about the people in Branson. That's where the Tomorrow Legion is headquartered.
Okay.
They tend to have a positive reputation as fools. Many see them as dreamers who are fighting a crusade that will inevitably get them all killed.
Okay.
But they do have some damn powerful people, which might make you want to go elsewhere. It'll be a little bit longer, but if you get there, it'll be shorter.
I'll try
actually, Rensix has told you quite a bit about the Legion. He said if you have any trouble there, just drop his name, and it'll probably either get way worse or get way better. He's not sure which. It matters who you talk to. So there is a weird wizard there. It's just kind of like, hi. I see you're going to Branson.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. I'm Gary the Weird.
No.
Yes. So,
Did you give yourself that name or did someone else?
I am Gary the Weird. So, let's get moving.
Okay.
We're going to take this truck a couple miles out of town till we hit the ley line. And then I will rift us there, okay? Sound good?
Okay.
Yeah. Hold on, I just have to get a couple of magazines. And heads off towards the seedy part of town. A couple minutes later, he's back with a backpack that seems much fuller. He goes, okay, no one else today, just you, right now.
That sounds good.
So, give me your hand.
Okay. Do anything weird, I'll eat you.
I've heard that before. His hand is a little clammy. But he teleports you straight into the castle, where there is a number of cyber knights just inside there. There's a number of high-level mages standing at the top of this massive underground pyramid, including 2 other wizards who basically run a full diagnostic check on you the second you come through. And you feel your armband put up the resistance it normally does against such things, but it seems a little bit weaker than it used to be.
Okay.
But they don't hassle you at all. They basically also give you the eyeball. There is one old man that just stares at you for a bit, gives you the big hairy eyeball, and they send you on your way. You see a team of with a glitter boy, a monster bug rider, and a 6-armed insect carrying katana blades, and a SAMS unit flying around.
Wow,
The
you guys are cool.
flying there as well. You see them headed out. As you say that, it goes, you hear from the SAMS, "Thank you, ma'am," as they go flying off. You make your way around. You dodge some coalition patrols. You come into territory that has been marked as a woolly dragons, which is a non-flying forest dragon.
Okay.
But you roll me a prowl real quick. Let's make a roll today. Let's make any rolls at all.
That is a 5.
5. You are incredibly stealthy as you make your way through this woolly dragon's territory. At basically what is the edges of its territory, you come across the ruins of Manhattan, Kansas. There is a single river. There is an old university. As you go into the heart of what used to be this university, there is a building called the Call Hall Dairy Bar, which you know has been, I just found it on the map, so I just thought I'd say Call Hall Dairy Bar. It is apparently a place to eat just outside of Kansas State University.
Does it only serve milk?
No. Oh, and there's Throckmorton Hall.
What is a dairy bar?
Throckmorton Hall?
Throckmorton Hall. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I'm not making this up if it's just the name of it.
Absolutely.
All right. You go. The dairy bar is basically the front of a store with the back half blown out.
Okay.
But you have to go in the front to get to the tunnel that goes underground into the steam vents under the old university. Down there, the stone lights up different colors. Basically, it cycles, and the instructions were, hold the stone in front of you as you walk.
Okay.
As you walk, you feel a number of wards part for you. If you did not have this stone, this would be a difficult time for a party of adventurers. There are traps here, both magical and non. There's even a turret that comes down, inspects, triggers off the stone, and goes dormant. And then you see, living down here, is a couple of zombies. I'm busy right now. Go, Mabel.
The game boss.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
You just saved the day, Kevin.
Yeah.
Water bottles must be done by Daddy.
Yeah, water bottles need to be opened in order to refill them.
Mm-hmm.
All right. There is a bunch of zombies down there that seem to be like alert and alive and more intelligent than your average zombie. So, one of them pulls out like a big, shiny metal pole arm. It goes, "Stand fast, traveler. Who sent you here?"
I was sent here by the boss.
Hold aloft the rock.
I held it up to him.
Your path is clear.
Thank you.
You then travel into another room where there is basically an old, gigantic swimming pool, which seems to be boiling. There is apparently a small volcanic vent bringing lava up to the surface here, connected to the base of the swimming pool. In this pool is an enormous 6-foot tall dragon egg.
Okay. What colors is it?
The dragon egg is kind of dull colored. You can see towards the bottom of it, it's a little darker red, but the top of it's kind of just like a ruddyish brown.
Okay.
You know, dragon eggs tend to be not exactly indicative of what's inside, as dragons figured out long ago that only leads to them getting killed faster.
Yeah.
It reminds you a little bit of dragon eggs that you've experienced in the past. Do you approach it?
Very cautiously.
It doesn't seem that there are any more traps down here. You think the moving guardians with intelligence were kind of like the last line of defense.
Now, is there like a way to walk up to the egg, or is it in the middle of the pool?
The egg is kind of on the edge of the pool.
Okay.
It's not directly above the lava vent. But the pool is basically boiling hot. It's stuffy down here. It smells sulfurous. But you can move around the edge of the pool and then reach out to it.
And I follow the instructions and I put the rock to it.
The rock cycles through a number of colors, then glows blue.
Okay.
Do you touch the egg before you leave?
Yes.
The second you touch the egg, you feel its mind. What information do you depart upon that? What information do you give this unhatched dragon?
Just me smiling happy.
You give them a pleasant experience. That there are things in this world that are pleasant, which is something they didn't know before. It wants to know more about you. It wants to know a lot about you. It wants to know anything you can give it.
Okay. Well, I tell it about friends and how cool friends are.
Needing others.
And how you can learn so much more from people like that.
Surround yourself with useful, strong people.
Not useful, just caring.
Caring is use.
I guess. There's people who use you who don't care.
But then you won't be good to them again.
That's not how they see it. They just see the usefulness.
But that time is only an instant.
It is.
There will be future times.
Yes.
I have a lot to learn.
Yes. So do I still.
When I rule this dimension, I will thank you.
Oh. Wow. That's far more ambition than me. I don't want to rule nothing.
An excellent choice.
Are you going to hatch?
soon.
Okay. Will I see you then?
If you are blessed so.
Oh. Well, I hope so. That'd be fun. We could
Yes.
play games.
It would be an enjoyable and pleasant experience.
It would be.
That would be useful to me.
Yes. So when you get out, you come find me.
Your invitation is acknowledged.
Okay. What will I call you?
Friend.
Okay.
And with that, it kind of recedes.
Okay. Then I say, bye-bye. I'll see you soon. Remember, be a good person.
I'm making a note. Starissa taught its egg about pleasantness and useful people.
Yeah, are we okay with the fact that you just befriended like a super evil baby? Like that baby.
Listen, that baby believes it's
no
gonna own the
good.
world because it's a baby dragon.
That's a no good baby.
Is it?
I mean,
Do all dragons born to rule the universe?
Yeah.
look at his daddy. He's not necessarily evil. He's just,
Ambitious.
yeah, we'll go with that word.
He's going to go to the top university. He's going to make
I
his
like
parents
it.
proud.
He's gonna go to
Boil that
Harvard
egg.
Law.
No, he's going to dominate his parents. He's going to do
He's
better.
gonna eat his parents. Boil that egg.
No, yes, boil that egg if you want it to hatch faster.
Yep.
Anyway,
Stupid dragons invincible to everything. Cheaters.
that is certainly
No,
not
we're
true on
not.
Rifts.
Not at all.
Certainly not true on Rifts. But with that, you leave, and the rock is glowing blue still.
Okay. When I get outside, I cast the pigeon.
The rock turns into the pigeon.
Okay.
A blue pigeon.
A blue iridescent pigeon shimmers.
Doesn't that make it a bluebird? Blue jay?
You know you can impart an additional message with this, but you don't have to.
No, I will.
What
I'll
message?
say, job done, friend made. Hopefully, see them soon. See you soon.
All right. You send the pigeon, and it flies. This one, pigeons generally go around 70 miles per hour, or 70 miles a day, I think.
Something like that.
Something like that. But this one moves like 70 miles an hour.
Wow.
Empowered with the spirit of the thing. Thank you so much. I have apple pie.
Oh.
My wife made an apple pie, and she's the best.
Oh. Is there enough to share, Kevin?
There
Kevin,
is,
there
but
enough
there's enough to share with people in my house. What?
Dinner at Kevin's tomorrow.
I love the sweetness of off-camera people. Like we have
I
such
know.
good, such lovely people.
It's nice to have nice people.
Mhm.
The pigeon flies so fast. It is taking your message. And you're like, okay, well, what do I do next? And you've got about a couple of hours before you get any insight. You know you can't just super fly back to Dwemer where the rest of the group was.
No.
because that would go like fast through coalition territory as a full-fledged, like you didn't need to be in a full-fledged dragon form. And that is
Yeah, exactly.
basically just gonna get you murdered.
Yep.
But a day later, you see yourself coming downstairs and going, "Hi, the sheriff is here, everybody."
Yay!
And you know exactly where you need to be next.
Okay.
Cut to the next morning, or cut to the morning of you all waking up.
I'm slumped over the bed. Like my hands, I've got one arm under me, one arm hanging off the bed, and the other two are like around the back hugging Starissa, who's like over top of me. And anyone else who decided to join the dog pile.
I think I'm already downstairs eating as much meat as they will allow me to eat.
Well, they have
Meat-
some actual meat, but they
Meat
don't
and
have.
eggs.
They don't have any actual. Well, they have raptor eggs.
I'll try them.
They're tough.
Those are like
they
big
are-
chickens, right? They're kind of like just really big chickens.
I assume they'd be really meaty
I mean, they kind of were in.
or like muscly. Like
Velociraptors were about the size of turkeys.
Yeah, they
and
were.
basically like
that
big reptile birds.
So it is not all that different from chicken eggs.
Delicious.
It is a different color. It is bluish though. There's a bluish tint to all of it.
Ooh.
Um,
Blue eggs in here.
Evan, this is for our friends. Right there.
it's blue eggs and beetle ham.
Today's lunch special.
Beetle slabs.
Crunchy.
Oh, that's funny.
It's protein. What does that taste like, Kevin? Describe to me what beetle ham tastes like.
Beetle ham is the texture in ham, but not salty at all. It is
Kind of cool. Good
not
for you.
fully bug. It's an alien creature. It's basically the meat of a fury beetle. So it is chewy unless prepared correctly, and this was prepared almost correctly.
Mhm.
I like to work a little hard for my meal. That's okay.
Is there beetle spam?
There's beetle spam. And it comes in its own can. I mean,
Oh.
Greeks.
Yep.
When you wake up, you find that your tablet has a message on it.
Or what is it?
The message is, "Can you please come visit? Sincerely, Sissaman."
All right.
All right, you connect to the
Okay.
tablet. You enter the city, which is more advanced than it was the last time. Colors have started to appear more vibrant here. It's no longer the Matrix zeros and ones background. Things are more solid. Like you get a physical sensation of landing on a street when you enter this world now. Your footsteps have sound.
Oh.
And Sissaman is in front of you, still in their kind of digitalish looking form. It says, "Your family unit. You thought about them in your sleep last night. Is this a thing of high value?"
Sometimes I dream.
I don't understand the flow of dreams. They are thoughts, but their connections are erratic.
They don't have to be logical.
Dreaming. I may need to attempt this. I do not know how that will go.
Yeah, try it.
I will. Thank you, friend Greeks.
You're welcome.
I've been learning platitudes is not the word. Sociability, perhaps? Social dynamics interest me. What defines a family unit? What doesn't define a family unit? What if your family unit needs to be replaced? It's not as simple as a bad system. A defunct module I can always eject. I will remember it was there, but it will have no further impact. But that is not how people work. Correct?
Correct.
Drops in a pond. I seem to return to that analogy more than I thought I should.
This is a very good analogy.
Time is also an interesting concept that I have not fully considered.
There's a lot of things that are new to you, and yet they are not. Correct?
This is true. Yes, you are correct. Yes, thank you, friend, for your correctness. That was weird. I'm learning to define what weird might be. It seems variable.
Yes, it depends on perspective.
Perspective. Other beings from their worlds, from their selves, extending out empathy. Those were two separate thoughts, by the way. Interesting. I have found that when I am troubled, a problem to solve often helps me solve something else.
Have you made any progress on the
Vibrational densities have become cluttered. One of the novels in your back catalogs would say thinny. Others would say dimensional thickness. But I'm starting to understand more about how separate worlds exist. I have not found the one that Tyrgix is looking for. Apparently, an insight will occur, but I do not know if I will be able to have an insight. I am. I exist. I am learning. But I am learning things that are known. I do not know if I can know things that are not yet known.
how can I be
I don't
how can
know.
I can be of assistance to that?
I don't
that
know.
endeavor?
Obtain an insight, whatever it may be to you. A truth that only you can find? Or that you are the first to find, maybe? Maybe a truth from your perspective. A vibrational thought that only you could have had. Maybe by understanding this process, I will understand better. Is there a problem for you I can attempt to figure out? The distraction may be useful.
Just keep working on.
I will endeavor to. I will try this dream. Thank you, friend Greeks. It was a pleasure to see you.
Dreaming would be a good distraction.
Maybe. Thank you for your visit. I've enjoyed it.
I am always overwhelmed and in awe of this place.
Please.
When I visit.
You're always welcome here. Have a nice day.
Thank you. You too.
And with that, you feel yourself fading from the machine and disconnect a bit. All right. As you, the day is here now. Yeah. What happens next?
I go downstairs and join Kid for breakfast.
As you come downstairs,
I'm having blue eggs.
You see at pretty much the exact time you get down the stairs, the doors slide open. And there, standing is a man with dense red skin, a chiseled jaw, hair braided along the sides, wearing a cowboy hat and a duster, and a shiny badge.
Who's that guy?
Mr. Sheriff!
Doris, it's good to see you.
Hi.
Jetta is 100% the last person to be awake and is probably not down there yet. She's the worst person to wake up in the morning.
That's okay. Me, Kid, and Starissa will handle this. Who will handle all the talking in this situation? We got it. Come on over here, sir. We'll make sure this goes off without a hitch.
Exactly.
Kid, it's a pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you too. It's just Sheriff. Is that what we?
You can call me the Sheriff.
Okay, cool.
He's
well, the
that
Sheriff.
Cool.
That is pretty cool. That is actually very cool, and you look just like I thought you would. Wait, is he human? What race is he?
He looks human, yeah.
Looks human. Well, I like that you said he looks human. Well, that's cool. We're here with a group of people, and we'd like to have a conversation with you at some point about some.
Don't continue saying words. Rensix has warned me about you. We will have that conversation.
I was gonna say ornery varmints.
Why? Are you
Because
gonna
I'm
find
in
some
my-
voles? Are you gonna find some sandworms you need to hunt?
What's a vole?
It's like a mole, but angrier.
That's cool.
No.
No, are they bad?
No.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a farmer.
Freya's just like, oh gosh. Morning.
Morning, Freya.
That's our leader.
Okay.
But sometimes she puts
She's
me in
really
charge.
smart.
Nods at the
She is
bartender.
nice.
The bartender hands him a bowl of cereal or oatmeal.
Oh shit! That
oatmeal.
reminds me. I got to get to work on building you guys a new table. You have any lumber? Wood anywhere?
I should probably help, shouldn't I?
Does this
Yeah,
look
I
like
don't-
does this look like a lumberyard, son?
No, this looks like a town.
No, this looks like a tavern.
Well, I
You
didn't
could
know how
go to the
specific we were being.
lumberyard.
See, that was unfair. You dictated the rules of how specific we were being when you invited me into that rhetorical question.
And yet you answered it, knowing it was rhetorical.
Well, I'm trying to be polite, but you're making that hard. I'm trying to fix your table. Where can I get some
Not
wood?
my table, son. And she goes,
I don't have
Just-
carpentry.
just-
I feel like
just
I should have carpentry.
masonry award.
Masonry? Okay, that's
just-
pretty good.
5, go out. 2 streets down, the last street. Turn the corner and you'll see it.
Okay, I pop the rest of the bug meat into my mouth and off I go.
All right. As you do notice that there is, you aren't the first person awake in town. There is someone who's coming around cleaning. Like one outside of the specific store, there is
Cleaning the
A-
vampire bits.
there is a man hosing down some blood and ash off the sidewalk.
Gross.
It looks like his store doors got burst in,
Oh,
but it doesn't look like there's anyone living in this place. So, and then there is another. There you pass by and there's one residence where it's clear that it was broken into, and there's some blood on the windowsills there, and there's a
Oh.
couple of people out front.
are they hurt?
No one here is hurt. They do. Two of them seem very sad, and another one of them is wearing like a trench coat and a big white hat, and is talking to 2 people who are like clearly in tears.
Do they look like they need help, or does it look like they're being helped by that person?
They're being helped.
Okay. Oh, that's a bummer. All right, that's noted. I'll keep that in mind. If I finish this table and we're still here, maybe I'll help people repair their doors and stuff.
You get to the lumberyard, and there is that big burly man with his chest hair from that photo that you didn't see, but others did. Standing behind the counter and said, "Welcome. How can I get you today?"
I'm looking for me some lumber. I'm being a cowboy. He
Gives
doesn't
you,
know
like,
that it's not
he
my. He
squints-
doesn't know that it's not my accent, Kevin. He doesn't know that it's not my accent. I would like to performance this. I would like to. Where's the way that I can make a fake language?
Hold on, he has to eyeball a fella.
Oh yes, that's very good. Is there any way I can defend against his eyeball, fella?
Nope.
Okay.
Eyeball him back.
It's true,
Staring
nobody's ever defended
contest.
against mine.
Oh, we
I
got
will
the
eyeball. I
expensive
will eyeball
stuff
this
in.
fella. I'm gonna eyeball this fella.
You just
Yeah.
stare at each other and just one of you goes, I like you, kid.
I'm gonna eyeball this fella. What can you tell me about him? I did not do well. I got an 80 out of 68.
This is how I would have hoped it went.
What do I assume about this man?
This man's
Assume
big.
forward.
He's
He's
a big
big.
amazing.
human. He's a big human. He's
That's a
clearly
big
from
human
here.
man.
He loves it when you talk like that.
Okay, cool. So anything that he may be angry about in the future is just him playing along.
Apparently.
Got it.
You're not from around here, are you?
Nope. I'm new in these parts. Is there a small bowl or vase somewhere that I think is a spittoon that I can spit in?
There is a trash can next to
I
the
s-
cash register.
I try to spit in it from where I am. It probably doesn't make it. I thought that would
With
make it into the.
dexterity.
I thought that would make it into the thing and make the little ding noise, but it did not.
It just dribbles down your.
You have like this one little spoon. Like,
So how about that lumber? I need to build me a table.
oh my god.
Plum Tucket.
You'll need some good cedar planks. Maybe the hand-carved mahogany. So that'll be about
Bullshit.
275.
Yeah, I don't think so, Kevin. I have masonry or whatever we're gonna say.
He is selling you
for carpentry.
incredibly expensive things because
I know
he
he
thinks
is.
you're the rubiest of rubes.
Oh, I know he is. Actually, you know what?
You've got a
Fuck
skill,
that.
don't you?
I have, first of all, I have barter and I have masonry and I have blacksmithing and whittling and sculpture. So whichever of those, I think barter to first of all call him out on how that's not like the appropriate pricing for that kind of lumber. You know what I mean? Well, let me roll for it first.
Roll the barter.
I got a 38 out of 62.
He's overcharging you like some kind of rube.
Last I checked, and I completely dropped the accent because now it's like serious. Like last I checked, the price for that kind of lumber, especially in these parts where it will be a little bit, even in the rarer areas, is nothing compared to that. I mean, not only with transportation, I mean, how did you even get it here? Unless you have a cedar farm back there that is of the finest quality, I very highly doubt that it's that expensive. Plus, I'm not going to need cedar. Those
That's
tables
the
look
spitting
like...
on the floor fee.
Oh, okay. So are you just not going to sell me the wood?
I'm going to show you the wood.
Because I'm not
Calm
going to
down.
buy it at that price.
Just stop doing the funny voice of me.
Okay. I'm just excited on being a cowboy.
Don't.
Okay.
God.
Have you ever heard of Ghost Fudge? And then we can stop that scene. You can go back to them.
Yeah.
I didn't need a whole scene, but thank you. Thank you for
How
giving
much
me.
do we have left?
It doesn't matter.
Oh my god, it was so much
It's.
ghost.
I feel like that's.
They
for
just keep,
us,
you keep
runs
having
out.
it shipped in.
credits.
When I decide it's funny.
Credits and the Ghost Fudge are just sort of Mobius. So we just sort of have enough sometimes.
I
You
can
get enough-
totally see
Fix the table.
I can totally see Greeks have had like hacked into the system and just has like every once in a while just money being sent and them send it to the town they're gonna be at. So
He steals money from like different funds around the world. Just every once in a while wires himself money.
Buy himself some ghost fudge.
Yes.
Ghost Fudge Fund. Yep.
It's like, oh, we're going to this town. I'll just send it there, guys. I had to make a special just stop at the post office for a second. Okay,
The finest,
I got more,
the
kids.
finest of white hat hackers, for sure.
Actually, with you've set up an account with One Truth News that directly funnels money to the Ghost Fudge place.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
What are we laundering money?
You're taking money from the giant jackasses and the Mega Truth Corporation
and buying drugs.
and buying dwarven, well maybe not dwarven, magic infused. You're keeping a
Yeah, 'cause
small
it's not
business
like we
open.
don't- Yeah, it's not like we don't need it for armor and stuff.
But you hit it by filing under their illicit drugs costs.
Drugs.
You can't tell me there's not an accountant at that business that doesn't have like a, well, here's how much coke we need next month.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, in the morning, the sheriff is still there, but Kid has left.
Okay, now that he's gone, how much do you know already? Because it seems as though, Mr. the Sheriff, you
Just
seem
call
to
me
probably
sheriff.
Sheriff. Good. Freya, by the way. Seems like
Mhm.
not. It seems like you know some things, but I don't want to assume.
The safer bet might be to assume, might be to tell me what information you do have. I understand you're familiar with the conspiracy.
Yes.
I find them unpredictable sometimes.
Are you aware of the creatures we are up against?
intimately. I've been fighting them for longer than a long time.
Are you like me?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not getting the Nightbane vibe off him at all.
Okay.
Because there is the Nightbane vibe TM.
Do you know anything about a crystal cave or a mirrored cave?
Mirror caverns, crystal caves, I've called them a whole bunch of things. They're what I do here. In this place. Try to keep track of them as best I can. They're a weapon. I'm not sure whose. What I do is try to make sure that they can't use them. But maybe someday we can.
I see. Do you know Leonidas? Have you heard of someone by that name?
An ancient
Moss?
king.
Yeah.
Not personally, no.
Just we met a man who said he got a book from one of the mirrored caves. He was in league with them. Apparently this Moss person, a prince of the night, calls himself.
You've uncovered one of the aliases of a night prince.
Oh.
Good work.
Have you been to the other side?
Once. Just kind of looks down at his oatmeal.
Same. So you're familiar with doppelgangers?
Yes, of course.
Are you familiar with the paper mache?
The Nemtar.
Yes,
insects that the hollow men.
Yeah, out east, we around Shar, we destroyed a mirror factory. There were many of them and
Good.
few doppelgangers and such. And then we had someone on the other side destroy the factory that was like in the same.
A simultaneous raid.
Yes.
Good. Good tactics. Well.
Have you ever heard of a man named Zarian? Or a man blonde who has a blue cobalt sword?
The mercenary. Cobalt mercenary sword. Yes. The cell sword. The Myrmidon. The Blue Knight, I've heard him referred to as once. Recently, yes. New on the scene. Past couple of months or so.
So the friend who left to buy lumber, Zarian seems to be a friend of his He's convinced that he can be saved. Of course, he's also trying to convince himself that this Zarian is a doppelganger and the real one is being held, because he's also met his doppelganger, who he calls his brother, which we both know is not true
at all.
Yeah. His doppelganger, basically called the Armory, was in this special.
I've heard of the Armory.
You've heard of the Armory. That is his doppelganger.
That is not good.
We barely ripped off the helmet.
You ripped off the helmet?
Yes. We ripped off the helmet.
Amazing. You'll notice that when he's sitting still, there is like zero movement in him. Like when he's not thinking or talking, he seems to go into like a deep internal space. He's hearing you, but that's just what he is like when interacting with others.
Are you aware of these odd boxes that...
I know well of them. I've recovered them. Part of what I do is protect those I still can.
We have found 2.
Do not tell me about them.
All right, we won't.
Unless they have been opened.
No, they have not.
Are
There
they
was
safe?
There was one, though, that broke, and something entered me and a few of us.
You felt the threads.
Yes.
Then one of my friends was a poet and called them notes, explaining how each one of them is part of some song that resonated throughout reality. Ghosts in a box sounds more reasonable to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I call them. They're ghosts.
You're not there.
I know, I'm sorry. I just got excited.
The Armory is working with someone, Greeks, and this is Greeks Peppermint. I'm sure we've all introduced each other.
Nods deeply, nods at you.
Yeah. Yes. Greeks can explain if you want to talk to about Turgics.
Turgics.
Mm-hmm. What do they do? I'm wondering if we lost you. Because I don't think I can hear you saying anything.
Oh, he muted himself. Oh.
Yeah, I can hear you now. I heard you say Tyrgix.
Yeah,
And
Tyrgix. Tyrgix is you're one of mankind and obsessed with getting home by whatever means necessary, and will probably cause massive amounts of collateral damage.
Well, then I appreciate you attempting to stop them.
They did this weird time sort of I don't know, not magic.
I've heard of time magic. I have no expertise in it. I have some people I can consult about such things. But I will need a little time.
Oh,
and I can send them to find y'all.
This Zarian also has a woman with him, According to Kid, she's a very powerful mage. She actually can enchant items. Renoir?
Please say that again. Renoir? Like the old artist. It's Wenra, by the way.
Yeah, I was waiting. I thought she had just
Freya
had it.
says
She
it
was about to
correctly.
say
Yeah,
that.
Frey goes, oh, no,
Yeah,
Wenra.
Freya says it correctly, Michelle.
Yeah, he
has a-
misheard you. I'll remember that.
And then Freya describes her.
That matches the description of the woman that he often that the Blue Mercenary is often seen traveling with.
Oh, okay.
The
So
scar
she
is an interesting detail that's easy to see from distance.
Wait, star?
Scar on her face.
Oh, the scar.
The blue scar on her face, yes. I'm sorry, what is Tyrgic's area of expertise? These people don't hire people without abilities.
They're scientists.
Scientist.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Very a lot of advanced knowledge. Yes, it has some connection to Leonidas.
I haven't seen the people like Leonidas interact with many advanced scientists. That's an interesting fact. The abilities of this person were not magic, but they seemed time dilation adjacent.
Yes.
I will consult with a specialist and have them find you. It may be a little time before I can do that. But I know someone who might be able to help.
That's greatly appreciated.
Now, Miss Freya, why do you seek the Crystal Caves? Or the Mirrored Caves?
Well, the book was found there, and I had I don't know,
Did you
an
remember?
odd. I had a flash of, I guess, maybe I was younger or I was seeing a younger person and some sort of creature in the wall.
I believe you were probably 5. This was 13, 14 years ago. Maybe a little more, maybe 18, 20.
Yes.
Then you are the one, yes. That was not a dream.
You knew me when I was 5?
No, I found you. I did not know you.
You found me. Out here in the west?
In one of the caves further east. I had associates who thought you may have been even younger. Maybe 4. I had associates that said they knew how to keep you safe. I had associates that have said that about another child that came through before. And they were wrong.
What? Wait, what do you mean came through?
I'm not sure you came through. I'm
Okay.
not sure where people like you come from.
All right. So you're the one that sent me to the group?
What group?
Well, I ended up being called Datura and raised as an assassin.
That
Poison
doesn't
people.
seem... The people that said they knew where to keep you safe were not assassins. They were just humans. They were good people. They feared the magic. I fear they feared it too much and ignored other threats.
So I was taken?
I don't know.
Oh. Well, I escaped. And then I became...
Who you are now.
Yes.
We don't always like the path. It's a hard road. But it leads somewhere.
But you found me in the cave.
That seems... Yes.
Did I have anything on me, or was I just...
You were a child in basic clothing. No nearby towns reported missing children.
But you don't know if I came through.
I'm not one who likes to make guesses. But there's a chance the caves are part of the system that creates you.
Oh.
But like I said, I don't want to declare it as a truth.
Understood. Understood.
What about you, Miss Peppermint?
What about me?
You are here too. Are you seeking something in the caves?
Just answers to what's been going on.
The long and short of it is this. Some assholes want to own everything. My job is to tell them no. I do my job well. This isn't enough for some people. It's enough for me to do my job well. Now, I know many things. I know, Miss Peppermint, that you and your sister are part of the conspiracy. and that there's something about the two of you that the shadows have touched. I know that was a success. You are a sign of victory.
Sign of victory for who?
The side of light. And that both you and your sister work for the light. Your manners are quite different. But neither of you serve the dark. That is a victory. And we should never forget that we are capable of winning. Jenna, my girl, I'm glad you finally came down.
Yeah, I was gonna say about this time she like is coming down but super groggy and like she woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
It is always a pleasure to see you doing well.
Hi.
Thank you for helping bring these people together.
You're welcome. And she looks over to the bar to see if the barkeep is there for just some like morning breakfast.
They put down a bowl of oats in front of you.
She just like gives him a thumbs up and just starts eating.
Wow. Y'all are here. So, did the seer send you this way? The answer is not really.
Not really. No.
I don't trust the seer.
That's the one in charge of the conspiracy, right?
Yes, I find them wishy-washy.
Appropriate.
Exactly. Goodbye. Good night, Jetta. Go back to sleep.
Yeah. He drowned someone using magic, like put water in them.
Then they had done great wrong.
Yes. I was familiar with that individual. Great wrong indeed.
The water's wrath is merciless. But less focused. My wrath is never ending. Once it gets started.
How did you end up walking this path?
This is the path I was created for. The path the world needs me to walk.
Created?
Yes. Long ago, we were given form. And I found a calling in protecting from the dark. And I found an interest in these caves and an expertise in them. And it is in my service to the light that I do these.
Do you consider ones like me a nightmare?
How familiar are you with medical science? No.
Well-
As an assassin, I'd assume you'd have some familiarity with the body and know about white blood cells, yes?
Yes, indeed.
That's how I see you. But I don't know. You are not of the light. But you fight the darkness.
Yeah.
You create nightmares in my enemies.
That's the goal.
Long ago, they hurt my people. And we came to fight them again and again. And I appreciate everyone who stands on the same side as me. Now, my time's running short and I have things I need some people to do. Now gather your group and I'll tell you all about them in a week. Next Tuesday at 8 p.m.
Same bat channel, same bat play.
As
Of
it is
course.
now past 11 o'clock.
I come in with a fully finished table. All right.
And Jetta's finally awake enough to have a conversation.
What does Jetta say right before? What does Jetta say to the man who is in a literal rock to her? Her literal rock.
I feel like she would be like eating, and then like mid eating, it would like switch. Like she would start like
She would notice his presence and yeah.
yeah, and she would go, "Hi." It's like wait.
Just pats you on the shoulder, and that's where we end. Yep.
Good.
It's a little.
All right.
All right,
I'm in
everybody.
there.
Thank you so much for joining us in this. I'm not gonna say exposition heavy, but chatty episode of Ballad of Fates. Thank you all for joining us. Let's go around and give our outros real quick, and hopefully we'll be able to see you next week. So let's start with Nerdy Teddy.
Hi everyone, I'm Nerdy Teddy. You can find me on Twitter at Nerdy Teddy and here on Nerds with Dice. One more time this Wednesday for Tales from the Campfire, which is a Tales from the Loop game. We've been the players of each week been playing different characters within the town of Wickwood and going through very spooky adventures. We're doing one more this Wednesday to make up for the day we missed.
It's good fun.
Yes, they will be up on YouTube soon. I'm a little behind on YouTube uploads, but they will be there soon. Kevin was in one of them.
It was a lot of fun.
Mondays, you can find me over on the Bardic Knox channel playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And I have some stuff that I wrote. If you want to check it out, there is a link in the chat, or you can head over to Twitter, and there's a link over there as well.
All right. Thank you so much. Maxine.
Oh, my name is Maxine Bachman, also known as That Girl at That Place, anywhere and everywhere except for Instagram, where I am Lady Skyburn. Also, you can find me on my art page at That Girl's Art Page. There on Instagram. I will hopefully start doing more live streamy stuff now that my move is slowly in the works. And I will have a computer again soon, so I'm super excited. So keep up on all that fun stuff, and hopefully I'll be around a little more.
Cool. All right. Thank you. And Michelle.
Hi, I'm Michelle. You can find me on Twitter at Shell_game. And yeah, find me here on Tuesdays.
All right. And Kate.
Hi, I'm Kate. You can find me on Twitter at Reverie_cutie and here on Tuesdays.
All right, and Kid or Evan. Sorry.
Hello, everybody. I am Evan Jennings. You can find me on Twitter at EvanJennings64. I kind of been off social media though for a bit of it. I just sort of disappear sometimes.
Well, the world's hard. Sometimes you need to just not do social media for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sometimes I just don't for a while. Yeah.
All right. Greek, or I'm sorry, Ting. Well, I keep looking over, seeing
it's
your character
Yeah.
names and then saying
Same
those.
thing. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing. You're people. You're not just your
We're
characters.
all our characters. It's a part of us, Ken.
Not me. You've been fooled.
Ting.
I'm Ting. I'm Ting. Find me on Twitter at Ting Tut. Yeah, I'm not really posting much these days. And here on Tuesdays, so
All
that's
right.
it.
Thank you so much. And my name is Kevin. I'm the game boss for this game. I'm not like the game boss, like the cake boss. I am the game boss of this game. Thank you all for joining us. You can find my wife's amazing knitwear work. I believe we're almost out of clues on the Geek Along sweater, which has just been awesome. And awesome sock patterns have been coming out too. So check that out at lattesandllamas.com, which I copied and will paste. Yep. There you go. And yeah, you can find me here. A couple other things in the works, but nothing happening just yet. So yeah, and if you check out our YouTube, there was a very fun sleepaway camp which I last minute guest starred on, which with run
It's good.
yeah, it was a lot of fun.
So good.
So thank you so much. Do we have a raid?
Yes, we'll be raiding Weave the Tale tonight.
Nice. I think I've destroyed my voice. Too many of those speaking characters.
All right, we'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.